Good morning, Bante. Okay, everyone, please unmute everyone. Please unmute. Vâng Anh. Yes. Jasmine, can you please unmute? Can you please unmute? Jasmine, can you please unmute?
So please wait for me. I have here some sound problem.
Now put your hand at your chest, everyone. Please put your hands at your chest, please.
Okay, I'm listening.
Everyone say, hello, Venerable Sir.
Hello,
Very well. So let's sit in a yes, correct.
Everybody,
Let's sit in a meditation posture. Make sure your legs, hands, and face are visible in the camera, and that your posture is correct. Make sure your legs are properly on the floor, or you have one foot between your calf and the thigh, but the other foot is completely on the floor. All right. So are we still missing someone? Titi may like to arrange her camera so that it's up and it looks at Titi from above. All right. I would be very happy if people have camera that looks at them right either from the same level as are their eyes or from above. Okay. If it looks from below, it is not very nice. And I also cannot check your legs if it's from below. Otherwise, I think that's pretty good. Min Kwa. Min Kwa, can you hear me? Yes, that's the way to put it. Do not keep your foot too much over your thigh, all right? They need to be nicely together. And the rest, Dustin Lutt, I think your posture is, your legs are not right. Make sure that you keep them on the floor. Anyone else? Seems to be good. I don't see Evelyn. Evelyn, is your camera working? So how will you sit during meditation? So the young boy in the green shirt. So can you unmute? How will you sit? I see. Okay, that looks fine.
Whatever.
Okay, it's good. No, it's fine. So we can start our meditation practice. We will be meditating today 3 minutes. 3 minutes is 180 seconds. And we will still be observing our breath. We will be keeping our eyes closed. And we will be keeping our back erect. And we will be just watching the breath. Can be at the nose, can be at the belly, can be in the neck, wherever you see in the body, where is this breath happening? What is this breath doing? Is it changing? Is it long or short? Is it coarse? Is it soft? Is it pleasant? Is it unpleasant? What's going on with your breath in the body? So you'll be curiously watching breath. So make sure you sit in your meditation posture, nice and neat, with your back erect, closed eyes, and we make the first determination from now on for 3 minutes. I will watch my breath without any movement. From now on for 3 minutes, I will watch my breath without any movement. From now on for 3 minutes, I will watch my breath without any movement. And with that determination, with that decision, we breathe. And we say in our minds, without making any voice, voicelessly, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So you need to call your breathing in as breathing in and your breathing out as breathing out. So we are curiously watching our breath. We don't make any move. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Watch the relationship between your mind and the breath. Is the mind with the breath? Is the mind the breath? Or is the breath the mind? Is the mind very close to the breath? Or is it very far from the breath? Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. Okay, well done. So now everybody come close to your screen. Vô nhạt huy. Something's wrong with your camera. Vô nhạt huy. Can you hear me?
Nhật Huy.
Yes, but I don't know what's wrong with my camera.
I see. It looks like you have their filter. It looks like you have their filter. Do you know how to remove filter?
No,
Do you use a phone or iPad or laptop?
laptop.
Okay. So I would like to ask organizers to take Vo Nhat Hui to a breakout room and help him.
Yes, Bante.
All students, please be careful. Your face must be clearly visible during the class. All right. If you do not have clearly visible face, no problem. We will take you to a breakout room and help you correct that problem.
Okay.
Okay. So, Jackson, are you here with us? So, I would like to ask organizers to invite Jackson to the breakout room.
Jackson has sore throat
I
just
see.
now, and yeah, he asked for a rest.
I see. In that case, I would like to ask you to watch the recording because the video must be on. Otherwise, the students will be turning off their videos whenever they want, and we will have trouble. So please watch the recording.
Okay.
And no problem with that. Just make sure that Jackson makes homework and everything is fine. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now we will start with our questions. So I would like to ask you, everybody, how many times did you meditate the last week? So in the 7 days counts this day. All right. Today is there. So everybody here meditated at least one day. But of course, I wish and hope that all of you meditated all of the 7 days. So nobody can meditate zero. You meditated just now with me. You cannot say zero. Okay, still many of you will need to vote, so check your screen, check your device. Answer as soon as possible. We are waiting for you. Okay, that's pretty good. So I can see that now about 60% out of you, that means more than a half out of you meditated at least 5 days the last week. And that's not bad. But what about the remaining people? What about the remaining of you? All right? You need to meditate every day. Okay. So everybody needs to make sure that you meditate every day. Not just the last week, but every day until the end of your life. Every day until the end of your life. So make sure that you meditate every day. Whatever it is, wherever you go, wherever you are, whatever happens to you, you need to meditate every single day. All right? So now, I will ask you, what will I ask you? I will ask you, how long time did you meditate? all of your comments are videotaped, they're filmed. Okay, so I know all of your smileys and all of your reactions and all of your text in the chat box. Yes, I do, okay, and it is recorded in the video, and everybody in the world can then watch it. So be careful about what you write and what you react in the chat box. Okay, now everybody please answer the question. Make sure you answer the question, how long time did you meditate? So I want to know, how long time did you meditate? You meditated at least 20, no, yes, that's fine. Because now we meditated 3 minutes, so that's something else. I'm asking you about the previous days, not about today. Okay? So still some more people can vote. Come in and vote, answer the question. Yes. Somebody can see only me and not the chat. Oh, because you're watching the wrong channel. You need to watch my channel. If you watch my channel, you will see the chat box as well. Not the live streaming of now. It is recorded and then I share the link of this video, of this recording in my channel. All right, so you will need to check the Viber group and there I share the link. So it's in the Viber group. I shared the link for the video that I made.
Okay.
Great. So that's fine. This was only because I wanted to know how well you are doing. Most of you were meditating 20 breaths, and that's perfect. I would like to ask Tutam to correct the spelling. It is breaths. Okay. Breathe this means he breathe this or she breathe this, but now we are asking about the breaths, so the E should not be there.
Yes, something.
Okay, so now what's next? So we are pretty fast today. I'm happy. If you have anybody questions about the homework or about Dhamma or anything, let's get to those questions right now. So remember to raise your hand and ask. If you write something in the chat box, I may see it, I may not see it. I cannot guarantee. All right? So Nguyen Tan Long Rice, what can I do for you? I cannot hear you at all. I think you need to set up your microphone in the settings of your Zoom.
I go to the toilet.
Yes, yes. I still cannot hear you at all, Nguyen Tan Long Rice. So you will need to, maybe your microphone is off or something's happening. I'll get back to you later. Edward, what can I do for you?
Why do we have to wear long pants when we meditate?
You need to cover your knees. You need to cover your knees, your shoulders, and your navel. That's because this is suitable. Suitable means that it has been recognized as better. So if your body is covered, it means that you are restrained, that you are not proud about your body, that you are not that you are more respectful. It's not about the head. The head, interestingly, must be uncovered. Okay, you cannot have anything on your head. Everybody here, you can have hair on your head, that's okay, but you cannot have there any hat or cap or ladies are using all kinds of stuff. You should not have it there. If the ladies want to, or some gentlemen want to clip their hair, you can clip your hair. That's no problem. But don't use anything big. You know, it should not cover your head. Your head should be uncovered because my head is also uncovered. You see, I don't even have the hair. Then you need to have your clothes on yourself. Clothes has been recognized as a culturally appropriate attire. So, what is this? So, this is the habit. It is the way how we deal with another person. We keep our body covered to show that we are not exposing our body. We are not showing off. Oh, look at my shoulders, look at my legs, look at my whatever. Instead, we are covering the body, keeping it for ourselves, keeping restraint. It's a little difficult for me to explain that, but it's a kind of custom. It's a kind of thing that distinguishes. If you have clothes, we know you're respectful. If you do not have clothes, we know you're disrespectful. So now, regarding the knees and the navel and the shoulders, they need to be covered. You need to have covered all of your body, and only your head, hands, and feet need to be uncovered. But the rest needs to be covered. Why is this important anyway? Well, it is important anyway because in the Buddhist culture, if you go to a Buddhist monastery or if you go to an old historical place of Buddhists, or if you go to see a big Buddha statue, then the people will not let you in if you do not keep your body properly covered by clothes. All right. And also, one reason is that ladies, if they keep their legs uncovered or their belly uncovered or their shoulders uncovered, then they may take attention of the gentleman in the place. Okay? Then the gentleman will be looking, oh, lady. And they will not be concentrated on meditation or on the Buddha's teachings, but they will be looking at the ladies. So then you could say, but I am a man, so why should I also cover the body? And that's what the ladies say. Well, then ladies need to be covered, but what about men? And that's why men also need to be covered, so that it is equal. So the ladies do not have to be jealous about men, that men can stay uncovered, but ladies must be covered. No. Must be the same, okay? No jealousy here, no need. So all men and ladies need to be covered so that they do not look at their bodies, but instead they are concentrated on meditation and on the Buddha's teachings. Now, is it clear, Edward?
Yes, Venerable Sir.
Very well. Nathan? I cannot hear you. You need to unmute.
What is a navel?
What is a what?
What is a navel?
A navel. Oh, navel. You probably use a different word for that. I'm sure you know what it is. I just don't know your English word. Let me see. I'll see what are other words for navel.
What does mean navel?
Belly button. Belly button. Okay. So when I say navel, it means belly button. It's the same thing. It's just that some English people use navel and some use belly button. It's the same thing. So you need to have covered your knees, your belly button or navel, and your shoulders whenever you meet with monks, whenever you go to a monastery, whenever you meet with nuns, whenever you go to see a Buddha statue, and whenever you go to see an old historical Buddhist place. Yeah, well, a monastery. Yes, Chelsea?
My grandma is a nun, and I sometimes wear something that doesn't cover my knees.
Yeah.
And we live in the same house.
You need, if you live in the same house, it doesn't matter. But when you meet with a monk, for Dhamma teaching, or if you meet with your grandma, right? If you meet with your grandma for Dhamma teaching, you want to say, "Oh, dear grandma, my dear grandma, dear nun, I want to learn from you about the Buddha's teachings." Then you need to have covered your body. Okay? You should have uncovered feet without any shoes, if possible without socks. You need to have uncovered head, so without any cap or hat. And you also should not be holding anything in your hands. Okay? Ideally, you don't hold anything in your hands. So you will not be, you will not be holding an umbrella or a gun or a baseball bat or things like that. Okay? Because umbrella, you don't keep umbrella because you would be protecting yourself while the other person is not protected. So from rain, for example, outside. So you don't use umbrella, but at the same time you don't use weapon or baseball bat and so on, because then the monk may be afraid that if you get angry you will hit them, so they will not teach you anything. Okay. All right. Any more question? Anyone who wants to go to toilet, just say "I'm going to toilet" in the chat box and go. Do not care about any answers or reactions. They're not related or relevant. Okay, nobody has any question? Oh, Van Guyet, what can I do for you?
Teacher, can I have a question?
Mm-hmm.
How to calm down when we are angry?
You calm down when you are angry by the power of your mind. You first need to know that you're angry. There is no way how you can calm down if you don't know that you're angry. First of all, when you're angry, you need to understand, I am angry. You need to fully accept, it is true, I am angry. You need to fully accept it. You need to fully see it, fully understand, I am angry. Okay? If you don't know it, if you don't see it, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. You first of all must accept the fact that you are angry. When you are angry, you need to watch. As you are watching this anger, watch where is it happening in the body. What's going on in the body when you are angry? Do you have pain in your head, or pain in your belly, or in your heart? How do you feel in your legs? How do you feel in your hands? How do you feel in your tongue, in your ears and eyes and nose? How do your cheeks feel? How does your forehead feel? Can you feel your hair? Try to know your body when you're angry. Try to see what's happening with the body. What does the body do? If you can be there with the body, well, then you are no more there with the anger. And therefore the anger disappears. First, you need to accept that you are with anger. And then you need to gradually change the anger into watching the body. Okay, so there are 3 stages. First one, there is a problem and you are attached, you are grabbing, you're grasping for that problem. That's level 1. You're grasping it too much. Number 2, you realize that this grasping too much is anger, that it is anger, you are angry. That's level 2. Number 3, you are moving from grasping the thing into watching the body. Okay? By the realization that you are angry. So as you get angry, you then start to watch the body curiously. How do I feel in the chest? How do I feel in the belly? How do I feel in the fingers? Can I feel my nails? Can I feel my eyelashes? Can I feel my teeth? Think about your body. Be there. And as you think about the body, you're no more thinking about the object of your anger. For example, You play on your parents' phone, on your mom's phone. Now your mom comes and says, "What is this? You're playing on my phone." She takes your phone and she goes away. You're angry. Now you were grasping for that phone. You are angry. As soon as you notice you're angry, what will you do? Watch your body. How does my forehead feel? How do my eyes feel? How does my nose feel? How does my tongue feel? Can I feel my skin? Can I feel my body hair? Watch your body. Watch what's going on in the body. And then gradually the anger will disappear very fast. Regardless whether you are angry with a person or with a thing, this always works. Why? Because anger is about grasping. Your mind is grasping for the object, something that you don't like. When you start to observe the body, then you are no more grasping because you are busy with the body. So you don't have any more time to grasp for those things because you need to be with your body. Okay? And that's where the anger disappears very fast. Is it clear, Van Nguyet?
Yes, Venerable Sir.
Very well. Vo Nyat Hui, what can I do for you?
Yes, I don't know what's wrong with my camera.
I see. So I would like to ask the organizers to take Vo Nyat Hui to a breakout room and help him. Nathan?
Yes, Bade.
Every you can do meditation,
Excuse me?
like count 1 to 10.
Nathan, I
When
think
you
I
get-
missed some words. Please repeat it.
When you get angry, you can meditate. Or when you get sad or anything, you can meditate.
You can't. You can't. It's not possible. The mind is so weak that you don't want to meditate. So you will not. It's that simple. So do not think, oh, when I get angry, I will meditate. No, it doesn't happen. You will not. Because the mind is so weak that you don't want to meditate. You're like, what? Meditation? No, I don't want to do that. I have now some other problem. So the mind will not be happy meditating. It will not be able to do that. I see some people are very active in the chat box. Maybe if you listen to what I'm saying, you will find out that you learned some new things. All right.
I think someone said only a pile.
If you get angry, get to your body. Watch your body. Actually, watching the body is meditation. Not exactly the way I told you. The way I told you is a start, is a way how you can get prepared for the correct meditation on the body, but it's a good start. It's a good way how you can start. But what you definitely will not be able to do is to sit down for meditation. You will not be able to sit down in a nice posture. Suppose you're walking with a friend, or you are at school, or you are in a hurry to go somewhere. If you get angry, how will you meditate? There's no time for that. There is no way to sit in meditation posture. You cannot do it. You need to have a technique which you can do immediately. What if somebody doesn't like to see you meditate? What if you are with a friend who doesn't believe in meditation and who is angry if you meditate? Well, then you don't want to sit in meditation right in front of him, right? You want to do something that helps you to be a good person without making other people curious. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're now sitting in meditation. Imagine that you go for a wedding ceremony. Now people are there together and watching, and now somebody stumbles over you or how to say that, steps on your foot, and it's painful. Why did you do this to me? Huh? You're angry. So what will you do? In all of that crowd, you will sit down and meditate? Probably not. Okay? So you need to have a technique that you can follow everywhere you are without everyone finding out, without anyone finding out. All right. So, Vonyat Hui, is there anything more I can do for you? The organizers will need to help you resolving your camera problem.
I just don't know what's wrong with my camera, and no one take me to the breakout room.
Okay, so this is a message for Tutam to resolve. Franklin Jaw.
Why do you get sad after you get angry?
Probably because you get a little bit more wisdom. When you get angry, you think that you can resolve it, so you are trying to resolve it. When you see that it doesn't work and nobody cares that you're angry, or that people try to stop you from being angry, you realize, I cannot resolve it. My anger didn't help anything. And that's where you get sad. Because you see, I cannot do anything. So first, you get angry because you think your anger will help. And then you get sad because you see that even your anger didn't help. But wouldn't it be easier if you just get sad right away? Instead of, adding this anger? Anger takes up your energy. And then people think weird things about you if you get angry. All right. So there's some fun in the chat box. Okay, Franklin, was it clear? All right. Vu Mimi.
Yes. Did our angriness in our body harm our body, Venerable
Yes.
Sir?
Yes, your anger can kill you. Your anger can literally murder you. If you get too much anger, you may die. That's a fact. There are people in this world, or no more, who died because they get too angry. They got too angry and they died. So be careful. Don't get too much angry. What happens is when you get too much angry, your heart cannot beat enough. And as the heart cannot beat enough or gets confused, it stops beating. And as your heart stops beating, you die. So be careful. If you get too angry, you may die. It's a fact. All right, so let's move to our homeworks. So I would like to ask Tutam to show us the first of the 3 selected homeworks. So we always select 3 people to talk. So this time I asked Tutam to choose the 3 people.
Yes, certainly. I thank you the 3 names of 3 students will read the homework given day. Thành Lâm Rice, can you give me a second?
So I did not get the list of the people you selected, Tutam.
Oh, I sent you on a message given day.
Okay. Okay. Where did you send it? In Zoom?
Yes, Sunday. Oh, you can see my message. I will check it again.
No, I didn't get it. You need to send it to me in the Zoom, in our conversation Zoom, in the team chat.
Yes, Sunday.
If you send it in the chat box, then it gets lost in the sea, in the ocean of
I already sent on the chat box, on the Zoom chat, but with the Telegram, like account dependent.
Okay. Oh yes, I remember you were sending some names, and then I didn't know why. So you need to always add the introduction. These are the people selected for reading homework. Okay, good. So I will ask Franklin Cho, Nguyen Tan Long, and Chan Dien Van An to raise their hand. Su
Nguyễn Thành
Dui
Long,
Khoi Nguyen, what can I do for
Trần
you?
Diễn Vân Anh. Các bạn được thầy gọi tên, ngài gọi tên, giơ tay lên để ngài mời đọc homework. Oh, sorry.
Su Dui Khoi Nguyen, let me know what can I do for you.
Oh, sorry everyone. I forgot I'm speaking a bit. Nguyễn Thành Long, can you hear? Nguyễn Thành Long. Can you raise your hand? Then I will sure ask you to read the homework.
Yeah, let's ask Sudui Khoi Nguyen. What does he want to tell me?
Khôi Nguyên, do you want to say something? Khôi Nguyên?
Okay, Sudui Khoi Nguyen is raising his hand, but he's not saying anything. So you can remove his hand, and we continue with Franklin Cho. Please tell us about your homework.
The Monkey Queen and the Water Demon. She dipped her bamboo stick in the river and began to drink the cool water.
Actually, now what I would like to ask you about is your how do you call it, mind map, right? So I would like you to tell us what are the things in your mind map. Can you now we see it, and maybe you can also see it. So tell me what is happening in your mind map. Show us, tell us how to understand what's going on there.
First, you be happy and normal and nervous, and then you feel sad and get angry, and then get calm, dizzy, and sleepy.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you experienced in your mind?
Yes.
I see. Is that during one day?
Seven days.
During 7 days. Aha. So for each day you chose one. Aha. Well, Hien, I think you do not need to paint in the screen, or do you? So okay, thank you. The idea was that you will be making one mind map for one day. Okay, so the idea for Franklin was that you will make a mind map where you will make the various faces that represent your mind during that one day. So when you woke up, how did you feel? When you had your breakfast, how did you feel? When you went to school, how did you feel? When you were at school, how did you feel? When you had your lunch, how did you feel? What about in the afternoon and in the evening? And how did you feel when you went to sleep? You do not need to write for, you do not need to draw for all of these times, But if you chose like 3, 4 that you found most interesting, then that would be the map that I was expecting. This is fine. Thank you very much. And let's continue with Chandi and Van An.
The queen and the water demon. The water demon choked in gratitude as he sunk back down deep beneath the water.
Van An, do you know what is chuckled? Do you know that word?
No.
Chuckled means a little bit smiled. Okay? Chuckled means to smile a little. All right, let me see what does the dictionary say for chuckle. It literally means a soft, partly suppressed laugh. Laugh quietly or with restraint. Okay, so this story, in this story is a little bit different from our scriptures. In our books, in the ancient books, how was it real? Real it was that it was not Monkey Queen, but actually it was Monkey King. And in our story, what really happened was that actually the Monkey King did not give and it's actually not a bamboo, but it's cane. So he did not give it to the demon. That is a new version of the story, so that it is nice. But actually, the Monkey King did not give the demon anything at all. The Monkey King, made sure that all of the monkeys had their canes, not bamboos, for drinking the water. And it is believed that in that place until today, those those canes are actually still without the sections. Jandi and Van An, do you know what are those stops? What are those sections? In the cane, there were some sections, some separations, and these separations made it impossible for the monkeys to drink. For the monkeys to drink the water. And then the Monkey King, he made a special wish, and all of those sections, they disappeared. So it became one big tube. So let me see, how does it look, how is it in the text? So
Yes.
joints, they're called joints. So Van An, have you ever seen bamboo? Have you ever seen a cane?
No.
No? Okay. So anyone here who has ever seen a cane or a bamboo, please raise your hand, raise your Zoom hand. Okay, some people definitely have seen a bamboo and cane. That's good. We will be looking at bamboo and cane a little later. And now I will ask the third person. Who's that? That is Nguyen Tan Long.
Nguyễn Thành Long,
Are you here with us?
can you raise your hand?
So now organizers can remove all hands, please. And Nguyen Tan Long will raise his hand. Organizers can now please remove all of the hands. I'm waiting for that. Nice. And now Nguyen Tan Long can raise his hand, please. Yes. So can you please read for us your note and explain to us your mind map? You are muted, Nguyen Tan Long. So I still cannot hear you. You have the microphone problem. So how shall we resolve that? So Nguyen Tan Long, we cannot hear you. I cannot hear you at all. Absolutely not at all. You will need to ask your parents to help you resolve that. Okay? So I will ask Tutam to choose someone else. The
Yes,
Monkey
Bante.
King was the Buddha to be. The Monkey King was the Buddha to be. This was one of his life where he was training in his generosity, in his kindness. And he
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you very well. So the Monkey King
Oh,
was a Buddha to be. Before the Buddha became a Buddha, in many of his past lives, he was born as a god, as a animal, as a ghost, as a human, just like all of you and me. All of you were a mosquito in many, many lives in your past lives. All of you were ants and robbers and killers and bad people. All of you were kings and queens. All of you were monkeys and dogs. All of you were cats and tigers and elephants and whatever you can think that lives. All of you are bugs. All of you are bacteria. All of you are COVID. Yeah. All of you were in your past lives, all of these things. And what?
We are not.
Now you are humans. And now as humans, you can do something better. What can you do? You can gain wisdom. If you achieve wisdom as humans, well, then you have made use of this special opportunity. Because monkeys and elephants and dogs and cats and mosquitoes and bugs, they cannot achieve wisdom. You can. What is that wisdom? That is the wisdom of impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, not self. That's a very deep wisdom. It's a very difficult, very hard wisdom to understand. Even the words themselves are extremely deep and hard to understand. So that's what you can do as a human. You cannot do it as a dog or cat or monkey or elephant. No, no way. So you need to make use of this time and maybe reduce your comments in the chat box and listen to the Dhamma and to our discussion in here. Okay, the chat box will be always open, but I will see who of you are wiser and who of you are not so wise yet. Okay, so if you look at the chat box and you answer their things, well, then that shows me, this person needs more help. Now, if you write in chat box intelligent questions about Dhamma, about Buddhism, about that what I'm talking about here, well, then I see, this person definitely deserves special support. All of you, all of us need help. But some of you need help to become wise, and some of you need help to become wiser. You can choose yourself. All right, so let's move on to Nguyen Tan Long Rice. Please read for us your note and explain to us your mind map. Now you're muted.
What can I say to you?
Can you please read your note to us and explain your mind map for us?
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I understand
Did
a
you
little bit.
do your homework? Nguyen Tan Long
Yes,
Rice. You did? So can you read it for us?
please ask me.
If you did your homework, can you take your homework and read it
Yes,
right now?
ha ha ha. The monkey queen is so unwise that she did not know the bamboo sticks have nuts in them. You will not be able to drink from my river.
Okay. Tell us, what did you draw in your mind mapping?
I draw a, a not good people and a good not good mind, a good mind, a sad mind, uh, uh, um, love mind, or no mind.
Mm-hmm. And was that your mind? Did you draw according to your own mind?
Yes,
Okay, very well, thank you. Was that one day? Was that all of that happened during one day?
yes.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. So now I would like to ask all of the children who have 10 p.m. in their place to take rest. No worries, you will not be losing now anything. I will be just assigning homework and I will be sharing it in Viber, and I will also explain the bamboo. I will be explaining bamboo knots, bamboo joints, and cane joints, and you can watch it from the recording. Okay, so you can go to sleep and then you can watch the recording, the last part. So I will be now explaining to you all how do bamboo joints look like. Instead of talking here about made up diseases that totally are totally useless talk, like you don't need to talk about these things. Instead, talk about something real. What about to talk about something real? Real. What is real? Real is birth, old age, illness, and death. They are real, and they are related to you. You are born. You are getting old. You will get ill in this life, and you will die. That is real. Always about yourself. Who cares what happened to someone from Fortnite? Not related to you. You will never see him. You will probably never play with him. And if he died, well, there's nothing to talk about. Okay? Fine. So now let's go back to Dhamma, and we'll be talking here about bamboo joints. Bamboo is an important plant. It's like a flower, but it's not a flower. Bamboo is more like sticks. It has leaves and things, and it grows, and it's green, but it's not really a flower. It's not really a tree. It's something between. Okay? It's a big flower without flowers. All right? So let's look at bamboo. You need to know how bamboo looks like because the Buddha speaks about bamboo very often. And bamboo is mentioned in our scriptures very often. So you need to know what is bamboo so that you understand the Buddha's teachings. So they're actually, yes, they're called bamboo joints, but let's look at, yes, let's look at bamboo first. So bamboo, why am I not getting to preview? Okay, no problem. So we are getting a bamboo. Let me see if we have some better picture of that. So as you can see, bamboo can grow very high. More importantly, bamboo grows super fast. It grows very, very fast. You can cut off bamboo, you can cut this all down, and the next year or next 2 years, you will have it all back. It grows very, very fast. So people like to use bamboos to build houses. All right, bamboo can stay for a long time. It's pretty strong. You'll have a lot of houses are made of bamboo. You can make big houses out of bamboo. You see, this is a house out of bamboo. Let me see if there's a good house out of bamboo. This one house, you see, it's made out of bamboo. Bamboo can be very strong. It's also used in martial arts. People are fighting with bamboo instead of swords. Bamboo is very strong. Bamboo is used so much in construction. So now you know how bamboo looks as a tree. Now you know how it looks as a house. Now let's look at bamboo joints. No, I don't think it's not. It should be joint, right? We will look at it a different way. So bamboos are separated into sections. I'm searching for a picture that will show you a cross section of a bamboo. But as is usually with Google, if I search something, I don't find that what I want to find. Okay, so we have a bamboo here, and here you can see that the section of the bamboo is separated. This separation is called joint. Some people want to call it knot. It doesn't matter how you call it. Important is that you know it. Here, the official word is, however, node. Node. All right, let me see if I can find a picture for bamboo nodes. Aha, you see, that's the password. So bamboo node. Bamboo node. Here also you can see, okay, it's a bamboo node. It's something that separates the bamboo into sections. If you look at bamboos, you can see that they are separated into sections, like tubes. And these sections totally limit the space. So if this section, if this node, you see, if this node is removed, then all of the bamboo will become a tube. But because there are naturally these sections, well then, it is not a tube. It is made. It has those sections. I'm wondering if there's even better picture, but probably that's all what we have. All right, so now we will be looking at cane. Now what actually you have in your story is bamboo, but what really happened was cane, not bamboo. So we'll be looking at cane. The cane has it. Cane is very similar to bamboo. So here you have a comparison of sugar cane and bamboo. So here is sugar cane. To the left is bamboo. So as you can see, it's quite the same. It's a little hard for me to tell you exactly why are they different. But my main point here was that they are very similar. All right, sugar cane is where you get sugar from. Bamboo is where you get bamboo for building and construction needs. All right, so that's from me about bamboo and cane. So now hopefully everybody of you knows what is a bamboo, what is a cane, and you know how do bamboo joints look like. So in the story, the Monkey King, he took a bamboo or the cane, he took the cane and he blew his air through that tube and he totally removed the joints by the air that he breathed out. How could he do that? Nobody can do it except those who have special powers. And the Monkey King, because he was the Buddha to be, because he was already training for millions and millions of lives in helping others, in supporting others, in being generous and kind and good person and good living being, he had this special power that he made a wish and the wish became true. He wished that the joints disappear and they disappeared. Yes, Alex?
Earlier you mentioned about we're here because we did good in our earlier life.
I think I didn't understand. Can you please repeat?
Earlier you said we are here because we did good in our earlier lives.
That's right.
But then how come we have no memory of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you did not do enough good to remember. There are people who remember. If in your past life you made a wish, I want to remember my past life when I come to the next life. And also you did a good deed, such as a deed of generosity, of morality, of meditation, well then you would remember your past life. You didn't do enough good deeds, and maybe you didn't have the wish that you will remember. So you don't remember, but many people remember. But not all is lost. The Buddha explained a technique, a meditation technique, how to meditate so that you can remember your past lives. Not just 1 or 2 or 5 or 10, but hundreds. You can remember your past lives for many, many hundreds of lives. But you will need to meditate that practice. And that would require that you become a monk and you meditate every day, 8 hours, 10 hours, for years. And then you can get the power. So there is a monastery in Myanmar, and there the monks, they have that power. They remember their past lives by following that meditation practice. Okay, Alex?
Okay, one last question.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
Have you seen your past life?
Monks are not allowed to talk about their psychic powers. But even if I saw, whether I saw my past life or not, doesn't change anything. I will have to be a good person whatever I was in my past life. So if I was in my past life a good person, doesn't change anything. I need to continue to be a good person. If I was evil person, doesn't change anything. I will have to continue being a good person. Okay? So really remembering your past lives doesn't help with anything at all. My practice is not aimed at remembering past lives. My practice is aimed at being a good person right here, right now, because that is what matters. Your past lives will not help you with anything.
Thank you.
Okay. Nina?
Can we climb bamboo?
I did climb a bamboo, so probably you can too, but you need to be careful so you don't fall. Edward?
You said that we like monkeys, like mosquitoes, and all those other stuff cannot do the thing to become a human. So then how do we become a human? Because that doesn't make sense.
I don't remember saying exactly that, although I remember reading it somewhere else, which is very interesting. It is actually possible for animals to do something so that they are born as humans or as gods. How do they do it? By not killing. You would somehow have to have psychic powers to talk with animals. For example, gods have power to talk with animals. And it has happened that a gentleman had 3 wives. You know, long, long ago, men had a lot of wives, sometimes 4, sometimes 8. And now gentleman had 3 wives. He was a very good man. He built houses for people. He built bridges. He built paths. Now he died, and because 2 of his wives also helped him in building houses and paths and bridges and things, they were also born with him in the heaven. But his 3rd wife was born as let's say that she was born as a swan. But the word is difficult to translate, okay, from the polytext. Let's say as a swan, but could be a goose. Let's say she was a goose. So she was born as a goose. Could be swan. It's a little difficult. So she was born as an animal, as a kind of bird animal that eats, that is dependent on fish, that needs to eat fish to live. And so the god, he was thinking, I have my 2 wives, but I had 3. Where is the 3rd one? And by his psychic powers, because gods have very special superpowers, he was able to see that his wife, his 3rd wife, was born as a geese. Okay? You say geese, right? For female goose. So she was born as a geese. And so he thought, I'll help her. So he went to the geese and he told the geese, you know, you were my wife. Now you see where you are? You're a geese. And then he showed to these geese, the remaining 2 wives, that they are deities, that they are goddesses. Look at the remaining 2 wives, they're goddesses. You're here, you're geese. What do you think about that? Do you want to be a geese? And she says, no, I don't want to be a geese. I want to be a goddess. What should I do? And then he says, well, if you want to be a goddess, like the other 2 wives, you will have to avoid killing. You will have to stop killing. And you can eat only that what is already dead. You cannot kill what lives to eat. And so the geese said, okay, so I will follow this rule. And the geese stopped to kill and ate only what was killed, what was already dead. And the god thought, I will test her. I will test her. So the god, he took a form, an appearance of a fish, of a dead fish. And then this geese came thinking, oh, this is a dead fish, I will eat it. But as soon as the fish came into the beak of the geese, it started to move to show that it's alive. Now what will the geese do? Will the geese eat that fish if it is alive, or will it kill it? And the geese really wanted to become a goddess. And therefore the geese did not eat the fish anymore. Immediately it discarded the fish. So then the fish changed into the god. Surprise! And the god said, very well, you have passed the test. Continue like this. And then the geese passed away, and it was born as a kind of god. Not directly as the king, as the god's wife, not directly there, but almost there. And then they resolved it. Okay, but that's a story for a long time. Fine. So now is it clear? So it is possible for animals, if they get the right advice, to do something good so that they are born as humans or animals. Also, it is possible if they do not do much bad, then at the moment of their death, the bad deeds will not bring their results, so they would be born again as animals, but instead the good deeds from the time when they were humans long, long ago, or gods for long, long ago, they will bring the results so that the animals are born as gods. I think Edward was asking me that question, right? Edward, is it clear?
Yes, Venerable Sir.
Very well. Nathan, what can I do for you? You're muted. Nathan, you're muted. You need to unmute.
Were we a monkey then we turned into a caveman, then we turned to a human?
Maybe. Why not? We have been anything you can think of, we probably have been. And also together. Probably I have been Nathan's brother in one of my past lives. Probably I have been Nathan's mother in one of my past lives. Probably I have been Nathan's son or daughter in one of my past lives. Probably yes. All of us who are here probably have been each other's mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter, friend, enemy, killer, robber, supporter, donor, everything. Anything you can think of. Okay? If anyone harms you, if anyone robs you, if anyone does something bad to you, do not think about them, oh, he's such an evil person. No, think about them, oh, they're so good person. Why? Because in their past life, they were a good person. Why would you be emphasizing that they're evil now? No, they were a good person in the past. So you need to love all beings, regardless what they do. Because at some point of their life, this life or a past life, they were a good person. So we love all living beings. Also, because we want all living beings to love ourselves. So it's a good deal. I will love you and you will love me. Yes. All right. If you are angry with others, well, then they will probably be angry with you. They cannot be inspired by your love, right? They can be inspired by your anger. Now, if you love others, then you increase the chance, the probability that they will be inspired by you and that they will love you too. So it's always more profitable, more beneficial, wiser to love everyone and to love all those who harm us, who tell us lies, who deceive us, who do bad things to us. It's always better to love them because there is a higher chance that they will be inspired by our love. If we don't love them, they will not be inspired by our love because we don't love them. So we need to love all living beings without exception, always. Yes, Tue An?
I thought in the past we it's the chimpanzee. I beg again.
Yeah, why not? We could be chimpanzees. But that's not us. That is us. You know the difference? Us and us are two different things. Do you know the difference between us and us?
Yeah.
One us is as the human in the way we see it from outside. Now there are human people in the world. What was the human people in this world in the past? 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. But that is a different us. That's the human that we can see. But it is not us, like me, Ashin Sarana, in my past life. Maybe I was a god. Maybe I was a king. Maybe I was a prince. Maybe I was a rich man. Maybe I was a monk. Who knows? Maybe I was a genius. Who knows? I don't know. Anything. I could be anything. But that's a different us. So me and you in your past lives, we could have been animals and gods and humans and things, and that's not related to this us that we can see in this world, that there are many people. So what were these people doing 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago? That's not related to us. We may be where some of the people 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, but maybe we were gods. Maybe we were goddesses. Maybe we were ghosts. Maybe we were animals. So you see, that's a different story. So there is the story of individual, of you, and there is the story of the world. So we distinguish the story of beings and the story of the world. Because the beings could be various things in their past lives based on their actions. Whereas the world is going its weird way. All right? Is it clear
Yes,
to you?
okay. Yes, thank you.
Okay, very well. So now let's finish. We have last 3 minutes to finish this. So I will assign you new homework. Homework is very easy. Your mind map that you did for one day, or that I expected you to do in one day, now you will be doing every day. So you will have 7 mind maps. In each mind map, there should be at least 3 faces. Okay? You do not need to make mind maps with 12 or 20 faces. No, I don't want that. 3 faces is enough. You can make more. You can make every hour 1 face. No problem. But I am not expecting that. Okay? 3 faces every day is totally enough. You can today already prepare your circles for whole the week. So that every day, when you are tired, you go to sleep. Oh, I want to sleep. I need to do my mind map. Okay, so you write your little faces and you can go to sleep. If you already finished your meditation. If you did not finish your meditation, you will need to do meditation and also your faces. Only this week. Meditation you will do every day until the end of your life. Okay? Mind map only 7 days. Not until the end of your life. No. Only these 7 days. Okay? You can then do if you want. It's no problem. But I will not be asking you for it. Okay? Now, only 7 days. You need to do mind map. Do it every single day. All right? Do it every single day. You need to do it every single day. If you forget at night, you can do the next day for the previous day. It is no problem. But do not get too much late, you know? If you forget 3 days, how will you remember the last 3 days? You will not remember. You need to do every day. Okay? Does anyone have any question? Anything you would like to say regarding the homework? Yes, Ray? You need to raise your Zoom hand, yeah.
Do we need to start the homework today or tomorrow?
You need to do it every day for the 7 days.
Yeah, but is it starting from today?
It will have to start from today because you need to, in order to have 7, you will need to have it done before our next class, right? So it will need to start from today. Again, you can do it for the previous day. So tomorrow you can do for today, all right? But try to avoid too much waiting, okay? Be careful.
Okay.
Now, where will you actually publish it? What will you send me? You need to send to me in Facebook. You need to send to me in Facebook only your Wednesday. I want to see your Wednesday mind map. Is there anyone who doesn't know what is Wednesday?
We just make a Wednesday mind map, just 1 or 7.
You need to do 7 mind maps, but you share with me in Facebook only Wednesday. Okay.
So
And we will then choose 3 people randomly. You don't know, maybe you will be coming. I don't know. 3 people, and we will ask them to show us all of the 7.
Venerable sir, so
Yes.
kind of about like you can only do like 6 days because at the 7th day you will have to attend the class, right?
That's why you do for today. So you do today and 6 days. All right?
Okay.
Yes. So then it comes up well to 7. Don't worry. So you have today is Saturday. So you have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 7. Okay? Ray?
if we have to share it to you on Wednesday, does that mean like for Thursday, Friday, how will we write it when we don't know the future?
You do it for yourself. You keep it with yourself. And then if you are one of the 3 people who will be showing us all of the 7, we will tell you on Friday. So you will have time to prepare all of your 7 drawings. But you will be sharing with us only 1. Okay, Ray? Okay. Tuệ An? Sorry? Okay. Phan Nguyen Tan Phong?
We read multiple books in the book.
No reading. No reading. You will not be reading. You will not be writing any sentence. You will be only drawing your mind maps every day.
Okay, thank you.
Bennett?
Is today Friday?
Yes, that's your Friday. In your country, it's Friday. Today is Saturday.
So
Yes, today is Saturday in Vietnam. For Bennett, who is in the US, it is Friday. So Bennett, you need to make a map for Friday also. So you need to make a map for Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you get 7. Okay? Nice. So I will provide more information and the link for Facebook, for the Facebook for sharing your homework in the Viber group. So please make sure you see it. Very important information. You cannot miss a class 3 times, more than 2 times. If you miss our class 2 times, that means 2 weeks, be careful. If you miss the 3rd time, you're suspended. That means you're expelled. No more class. Sorry, you're not allowed to come to this class. Okay, be careful. You cannot miss more than 2 times. So if you miss 1 time because you go for a trip, or you have some reason, or you're ill, no problem. You miss one time, you miss second time, no problem at all. We don't care. Easy. If you miss the third time, finished. No more class. Okay, be careful about that. Come for every class so it can never happen. All right? We have some people who are already expelled. So we don't want you to be surprised. So I'm now telling you very clearly, you need to come for every class. Somehow come for every class. All right? If you do not come for a class, but you still want to somehow do something, do your homework. Watch the recording, do your homework, and tell us, I didn't come for class, but here is my homework. And if you do your homework, then even if you don't come for class, it counts as if you did. If you did your homework, it counts as if you came for the class, even if you did not come for the class. Why? Because you did your homework. Okay? So be sure to come for every class, to do all of your homeworks, so that you learn something. It's a lot of time. See, it's 1.5 hours of your precious time. You could be playing your Fortnite or whatever you want to play. You didn't. Or I hope. You were here in this class, right? So that's your precious time. So come here, reduce your things in the chat box, listen to the Dhamma, to the discussion we are doing here, and think about it. What does it mean if you could be a monkey in the past life? There is a big problem. If you could be a monkey in the past life, there is a problem. You can be monkey in your next life. If you could be a mosquito in your past life, there is a problem. You may be a mosquito in your next life. What will you do about that? If you ask me that next time, I will answer. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Sante. Now, everyone, please unmute everyone. Harvey, can you please unmute? Okay, everyone, put your hands at your chest, please. Tuấn Minh, Hoàng Tuấn Minh, can you please put your hands at your chest, please? Văn Kim, can you please put your hands at your chest? Okay, everyone say goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Bye.